Oh, why is the mic muted? Sorry, guys. What's up? Welcome, everyone, to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today. We are commentating the Boston Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres. Can you guys hear me now? I forgot that was muted. I muted that last night. My apologies. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. That was my fault. All right, game 2 of round 1 between the Bruins and the Sabres here tonight. All right. Well, game 1 was a comeback win for the Buffalo Sabres. This place was absolutely going ballistic here in Buffalo. And today I'm expecting nothing less. In fact, I'm expecting more here for game number 2. This should be a fun one here. Starting goaltenders tonight. It is Jeremy Swayman in net for Boston and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net for the Sabres. It does feel like, in a way, a must-win game for the Boston Bruins. If you want to come back in this series and tie this series up at 1. If it's 2-0 Buffalo going back to Boston, I like the momentum there for Buffalo. They only need to win 1 there on the road. And we'll get ready for puck drop here in just a moment. All right. Sorry, guys. What's up, Richards? How we doing? National anthem currently going on as of right now. So after that is done, we will get into the actual game itself. It's the first, or I guess it's the second of 4 games here today. Round 1, Game 2 of Tampa, Montreal. Game 2 of Mammoth and Golden Knights. And Game 2 of Avalanche and Kings. We'll be live later on tonight for Avalanche and Kings. That is the second game on our commentary schedule. So let me put that on here. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. Bruins cannot sit on the lead again like the third period in game 1. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, you look at game 1. It felt like the Bruins scored the 2 goals, and then they started playing defense, more or less. All right. National anthem going on right now. Avs fan rooting for Buffalo. Nice. All right. Drop your predictions in the comment section down below. Yep, lots of players come out of Canada. You read about that. Wow, this place is loud. here for game 2. Sellout crowd yet again, I'm assuming. Alrighty, the anthems have come to a close here in Buffalo here, and let's get ready for game 2 of round 1 between the Sabres and the Bruins. And look who's in the crowd. Josh Allen, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. That's pretty nice there. Welcome to the KeyBank Center. Oh, he's hyped up. Oh, you know Josh Allen loves this city. He's ringing the drum. Oh, yeah, that place is loud and rocking. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he is pumped. Now he's drinking a Corona. He's chugging that whole thing down. And that sets the stage here for game 2 of round 1 between the Sabres and the Bruins. If the Sabres get the win tonight, they go up 2-0 on the Bruins. If the Bruins win tonight, they will tie the series at 1, heading back to Boston. Here we go. Game 2 of round 1. Bruins and Sabres. And we are underway. Faceoff is won back then by Buffalo. Samuelson will chip it off the boards and back into the Bruins' end. Swayman back on the right side, then the Geeky. Bruins try to clear that one back to center then. Intercepted by Thompson. Thompson in the zone. Fires it on Swayman. And he'll make the save. Tage Thompson had 2 goals in the Game 1 win for the Sabres. Scored the first playoff goal for Buffalo in over 15 years. And then tied the game at 2 apiece before Samuelson got the go-ahead goal late. What's up, Daniel? What's up, JJ? 3-2 Bruins, 5-1 Buffalo. Ooh, I think the Bruins come back. I think the Bruins win this one 3-2. I'm with Brian. Face-off in the Bruins' end is won back by Boston. Zadorov ahead then for Geeky. Geeky now will carry it through center. Pasternak into the zone, battling forward with Samuelson. Pasternak fighting in the corner. Here's Rasmus Dahlin now, intercepted by Boston. Fires it on, that one's blocked. Geeky battling for it then with Doan. Dahlin on the right side, up top then Zaka down low in the corner to Dahlin. Dahlin back to center. Lindholm battling for now on the right side. Benson to center. Huge hit there by Zadorov. Bruins will carry this one back to center. Matthias Samuelson now will hold it here in the Buffalo end. Samuelson back to McLeod. McLeod will chip it down low into the Bruins zone. Quinn trying to throw that one in front, and Swayman makes the save. Taking a look at the starting goaltenders here tonight. On one side, you have Alex Lyon. Or sorry, that's not Lyon. What did I say, Lyon? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net for Buffalo. 22, 9, and 3. A .910 save percentage in the regular season. Played well in game 1. And on the other side is Jeremy Swayman. Penalty coming up. And yeah, 2 penalties coming up here against Elias Lindholm and Rasmus Dahlin. It's going to be 4-on-4. So a power play, sorry, a 4-on-4 coming up here in just a moment. Jeremy Swayman on the other side, 31, 18, and 4. A .908 save percentage. He allowed 3 goals on 37 shots in game 1. Burping like crazy. Here's Thompson now versus Fraser Mitten. At center now in the Boston zone, Kuznetsov versus Thompson. Face-off is a tie-up at center. Down low now, McAvoy. Behind his own net here for Boston. McAvoy back to Lindholm, who will carry it through center. Lindholm dumps it down low into the Buffalo end. Here's Kuznetsov behind the net. Up top to Lindholm. Lindholm cross-ice pass to McAvoy. McAvoy comes in, fires it on, and that one goes wide. Here's Tuck on the right side then for Thompson. Thompson here now through center. Power into the zone. Shoots it. Save there. Rebound in front. And they jab at that puck on Swayman. And it's cleared away. Buffalo now regroups here in their own end. Byram will hold it at center. Bowen Byram now looking for options, trying to regroup with this puck. Gives it up then for McLeod. Ryan McLeod down the right side, moves it into the Boston zone. McLeod up top, then Stanley, a shot saved by Swayman as he stretches out the pad. Zaka on the right side will clear it back to center. Getting it then is Stanley. Logan Stanley, trade deadline acquisition from Winnipeg. Samuelson in his own end. Matthias Samuelson now will hold the puck here in the Buffalo zone. Drop back then for Benson. Benson for Stanley. Stanley up top then to Samuelson. Samuelson into the zone, fires it on, save it, puck to the crease, and Swayman kept it out. The net came off its hinges, but Jeremy Swayman made the save, and now the fisticuffs ignite once again. Shots are a whopping 5-0 here in favor of Buffalo. A little under 3 minutes into this opening period. A little over 30 seconds to go on this 4-on-4. Good chance by Benson to get that one in there on Swayman, but Swayman made the save. It was a little tap into Swayman's left pad, and it was an easy stop for Jeremy at that. Face-off coming up here now in the Boston zone. Thompson will take the draw against Middlestat. Tuck versus Middlestat. Face-off one back then by the Sabres. Bowen Byram now holds it in his own zone. Ahead then for Thompson. Thompson to Byram. Byram comes in. Up top, power a shot. And that one goes wide. Puck is cleared back to center. Getting it back then for Boston is Arvidsson. Arvidsson battling for it down low with Thompson. Power takes it back. He'll move it through center then with Tuck. 3-on-2. Tuck back to nobody. Taken back by Thompson. Thompson at the line gets knocked off that one by McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy way smaller than Tage Thompson. Difficult to knock him off that puck. What's up, Skivvies? How we doing? It's because of the Quebec Nordiques, JP. That's what my channel name is for, because of the Quebec Nordiques. Lindholm behind his own net. Back up to Kastelik. Kastelik will fire it there on Luukkonen. On the right side, then Stanley will chip it out to center. Greenway backhands it down low into the Boston zone. Swayman battling for it then with Peak. Down low in the corner, Samuelson trying to get this one free. Greenway here in the corner for Buffalo. Boston will get it back to center then. Here's Janot. Janot on the right side to Peak. Andrew Peak down low in the Buffalo zone. Greenway as Peak knocked off that puck. It's a scramble for it here at center. Greenway into the zone up top to Stanley. A shot, save, rebounds there, and denied by Swayman. And the scrum ensues yet again, as we expected. 15:50 left to go here in the opening period. The physicality continues. Shots are 5-1 in favor of Buffalo. And the goalies have been strong. Buffalo needs to crash the net to throw off Swayman. We need Orr back. I guess you guys could use Orr, hey? I think anybody could use Bobby Orr, though, right? This place is going nuts. I think everybody's on their feet right now. This is one of the best atmospheres in the entire National Hockey League. We have been robbed of this for the last 15 years. What an incredible atmosphere in this arena right now. Everybody is on their feet, and we're not even 4 minutes into the game. What an unbelievable atmosphere here. And as Daniel said, Smell an all-out brawl coming. I would love that. How's the throat? It's good. So here's the thing. Yesterday, I was struggling, but today, I've been downing these. I've been using some cough drops today. So, these have made my voice feel a lot better. I'm feeling great now. So, I should be good for tonight and for the rest of the week, but we'll see what happens. No problem, Rex. Good to hear that you're able to watch it or able to listen at least. We got more penalties coming up here. And I think it's another 4-on-4. Second 4-on-4 of the game, and we're not even 5 minutes in. Shots are 6-1 in favor of the Sabres. They are giving it to Boston right now. And I really do think, like, this team is feeding off of that energy. They're feeding off of that, this crowd right now. This crowd is freaking loud, man. And that's not doing it justice. All right. Oh, what is it? 4-on-3? No, 4-on-4. Or actually, no, it's, I'm so confused. It's saying something different on my screen. So I believe it's a Buffalo power play coming up. I can't even tell, guys. I can't even tell at all. Buffalo power play coming up here at 15:50 after Boston gets the aggressor penalty. Face-off won back by the Bruins. They will dump it out of the Boston end and down low into the Buffalo zone. Here's Dahlin through the right side. Dahlin will drop it back then to Quinn. Jack Quinn will move it through center. Battling forward on the corner then with McAvoy. Up top, Zucker fires it on, tipped in front, and that one goes down low to the corner. Boston will clear it all the way back into the Buffalo zone. Here's Luukkonen. Back to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin now will move this one through center for the Sabres. Dahlin will drop it back for Quinn. Quinn to Norris, broken up by Boston. Here's Kastelik on the breakaway. He's in! Saved by Luukkonen! Short-handed break for Kastelik is denied. Here's Dahlin back to Quinn. Jack Quinn moves through center back to Thompson. Up top, Dahlin. Dahlin down low to Quinn. Quinn battling for on the right side then with Aspero. Shot on, saved by Swayman, who will cover up. 51 seconds of power play time to go. Oh my goodness. What a sequence of events here in Buffalo. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Face-off in the Bruins end. Minnan versus McLeod. Face-offs won back by Boston. McAvoy off the boards and all the way back down into the Buffalo zone. Luukkonen will give it back then to Byram. Bowen Byram now will hold it here in the Sabres end. Byram over to Josh Doan. Doan to the right side to Benson. Benson battling for it then down low. McAvoy will try and clear it off the boards. Doan on the right side. Alex Tuck loops it back down low. Tuck up top to Doan. Doan to Byram. Byram right side to McLeod. McLeod in front, and Benson was there. Doan nearly got the rebound. Here's McLeod up top. Pass down low is blocked. Byram reclaims it for Buffalo. Byram back to Benson. Shot on, save, rebounds there. In the crease, Benson a chance. Denied. And the Bruins dump it the other way. Racing the way that is Arvidsson. Arvidsson the breakaway comes in. Denied. Oh my goodness. Pandemonium here in Buffalo. Chances on one side. The puck is sent down the other way. Oh my goodness. Absolute madness here in Buffalo. Chances on both sides, but we stay scoreless here in period number 1. Wow. End to end, absolutely incredible. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Another fun day here of hockey. Let's take a look at the status report. Not a lot to report on here, but each team had a morning skate after not practicing on Monday. And each lineup is dressed the same as it was. Update on Montreal versus Tampa Bay. Thank you, Daniel. It's a 1-1 game heading towards the end of period number 1. Lane Hudson and Brandon Hagel have the goals in that game. It's tied 1-1 through about 19 minutes of play or so. But this was the game of the night. This one's been absolutely chaos so far already. Took a 5-hour nap before the game. Hey, it's dedication. It's worth it, right? Definitely worth it, JJ. That's for sure. There is a dude with sunflowers on his face right now on the screen. 13:38 left to go here in period number 1. This has been absolutely pandemonium here in Buffalo already. Breakaway chances galore. And this might be the best series of the playoffs, in my opinion. Face-off here now in the Buffalo zone. It's going to be Dunn, who will take the draw against Lindholm. The face-off is a one back by the Bruins. On the right side, Samuelson will clear it all the way back down the other way. And it actually goes out of play, so we will stay in the Boston zone. Or sorry, in the Buffalo zone. Showing off Lindy Ruff, 72 active career playoff wins. That is 5th amongst all active coaches right now in the NHL. Face-off here now, won by Boston. In the Buffalo end, Lindholm fires one on Luukkonen, and he'll make the save. And now these two teams getting into it once again. This is going to probably be the narrative the entire time. They're going to be getting physical. They're going to be getting into it. The pushing and shoving is not going to end. And I mean, we shouldn't even be surprised. Thank you, JP. Yeah, guys, subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We are 150 subscribers away from 6,000. 150 subscribers away. There's Marco Sturm, one of the 2 rookie head coaches this season. Both of them being in the playoffs. Him and Dan Muse, of course. Face-off one back by Boston. Lindholm up top then for the Bruins. Fires it on. That one goes wide of Luukkonen. On the right side, Lowry battling for it. Buffalo will take it back. They will get it to center. Greenway flicks it ahead. Broken up by Lindholm. Lindholm pass up then to the other Lindholm. Battling for it in the corner then now Owen Power. Power below the line. We'll throw it to center. Mallenstein battling for it then with Hampus Lindholm. Hey, Daniel, another $5 donation. Thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. And a whistle blown here at the center line for yet again another scrum. This has been a very physical game. Already a lot of hits, a lot of scrums in total. Oh my goodness. And it's all right in front of Ray Ferraro, who is here in Buffalo doing the reporting. Took a 2-hour nap after being led on a wild goose chase by UPS. Oh, that sucks. You lose a package or something? Face-off at center then is one back by the Bruins. They'll regroup now in their own end. In their own zone now, Aspero will take this one through center. Kuznetsov battling for it then. Minnan takes it back. Minnan over to Hagens, a chance. And that one goes wide. James Hagens out there on the ice for Boston. This is his first live commentary game in Watch with Nordic history, I'm pretty sure. And again, a little recap of game one. The Sabres came back from down 2-0 with just under 8 minutes to go. They scored 4 goals in 6 minutes and 46 seconds. It was their first playoff win since the 2011 conference finals. It's been a long time since then. Face-off here in the Buffalo zone is won by the Sabres. Quinn, cross-ice pass then to Zucker. Zucker threw over then for Arvidsson, who battles forward on the right side. Arvidsson fighting with Skinner. Zucker on the right side then, taken back by Boston. Cross-ice pass, Arvidsson into the zone. Fires it. That one goes off of a Sabres skate in front. Here's McLeod up top then for Aspero. Aspero down low in the corner. Now Kuznetsov battling for it. Boston will regroup now in their own end. Lindholm into the zone. Will dump it around Luukkonen behind the net. Josh Doan gets it back for Buffalo up top. Shot there goes wide. On the right side, Lindholm battling forward with Benson. Lindholm will dump it back down low here into the Buffalo end. Delayed penalty here against the Sabres. Janot fires one on. That one's blocked. Up top, Pastrnak fires it on. That one's blocked. Lindholm at the point for Boston. Lindholm then for Aspero up top to Lindholm. Lindholm on the right side. It's a scramble forward at the line. Sabres will touch, and we will get a Boston power play coming up here now in just a moment. And it's going to be on Josh Doan. I'm not sure what exactly it's for. Couldn't read it properly, and it was a hooking. Yeah, that's a pretty textbook hook. So we will see Boston head to the power play. Ah, okay. UPS and Oregon's a joke. Yeah. It's not that great here either. Power play coming up here now for Boston. Buffalo got a chance. Now Boston gets an opportunity here. Face-off in the Sabres end is won back by the Bruins. McAvoy at the point. Back to Pastrnak. Pastrnak, a shot. Save rebounds in front. And cleared away by the Sabres. Trying to get that one on his tuck. McLeod will take it back. He'll flick it off the boards to center. McAvoy gets it back then for Boston. Charlie McAvoy back to Pastrnak. Here's Zacha now. 4-on-3 into the Buffalo zone. Zacha all the way up top then to McAvoy. McAvoy to Zacha. Zacha to McAvoy. Pass to Pastrnak. Pastrnak waits. Down low Zacha. Zacha to Pastrnak. A shot. That one goes wide. And all the way back out to center. McAvoy holds it now in the Boston end. McAvoy will try and drop it back. It's stolen back by the Sabres, who will dump it down low into the Bruins end. On the right side, Zacha battling for it then with Greenway. Greenway trying to get this one free. It's a scramble for it down low. Sabres fans want a penalty. Malenstein battling for it then with Lindholm. Geeky off the boards then down low. Here's Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm now will move it through center. Over then for Fraser Mitten. Mitten over to Middlestad. Back to Arvidsson battling for it down low. Taken back by Hagens. Hagens here on this second power play unit for Boston. Lindholm to Middlestad. Up top, Lindholm. Lindholm looks for options. Over to Hagens. Hagens in front. Minute, a shot. And that one is blocked. Here's Hagens. At the point now for Boston. Up top to Lindholm. Lindholm to Middlestad. Lindholm back to Hagens, a shot. And that one is wide. Mitten back up top to Hagens. 10 seconds to go. Pastrnak a drive. Save rebounds in front. Cleared away. Lindholm pass to Hagens, a drive. He fanned on the puck. Oh my goodness. Another penalty coming up. And I think it's against Buffalo again. It's Connor Timmins who will head to the penalty box. So just when you thought The power play was over for Boston. They are granted another one. Refs are on the ice today. Yes, they are. So a power play coming up here for Boston, and yeah, he does get him up there high. There's really no denying that. No, people have tried to do that and it's copyright, Todd. I wish, but sadly I cannot. Face-off in the Buffalo end, battling for it then. And the Sabres will clear it back down the other way. Regrouping with it now, Swayman will drop it back to McAvoy. Again, the Bruins are still on the power play. McAvoy, back over then. Up top, Pastrnak with some room. Gains the line, pass over. And Geeky, not enough time. Lindholm, up to Zacha. Here's Lindholm, a shot. That one's blocked. And the Sabres will try and clear. Zacha at the line. Takes it around McLeod. Pass back to Lindholm. Up top, McAvoy. Zacha to Lindholm. Pass over is broken up. Pastrnak up top to McAvoy. Down low now, Zacha. Zacha to McAvoy. At the point now for Boston. McAvoy to Pastrnak. Shot goes wide. Power battling forward here now in the corner. Sabres will gain it and clear down the other way. Pastrnak will get it back then for Boston. Here he comes into the zone. Battling for it then with Malenstein. Up top, McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy at the point. Back to Pastrnak. Tuck tips in front. Jamming at that one in front. And the Sabres will clear it down the other way. Hampus Lindholm will take it back then for the Bruins. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Lindholm back to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Middlestat. Hagens up top to Lindholm. Down low, Arvidsson in front. Minute a shot denied by Luukkonen. And the Sabres finally force a whistle. Oh my goodness. Already a high action game. Shots are 7-4. Removing some shots there for the Sabres is whenever there's a stretch of shots, they just spam the shot button, so it makes it seem like there's way more than what there really was. Face off here now in the Buffalo zone. 30 seconds to go on the Boston power play. McLeod will take the draw against Mitten. Face-off is a tie-up there. It's won back by Boston. Lindholm at the point. Fires it on. It's blocked. Middlestat to Mitten. Mitten back to Middlestat. Battling for on the right side then. Mitten down low. Gets it back to Arvidsson. Victor Arvidsson now over then for Hagens. He fumbles the puck. It's stolen back by the Sabres, who will clear it down the other way. And that will pretty much do it here for the power play. Here's Hampus Lindholm now down the right side. Lindholm dumps it around the Buffalo net. Hagens fighting here with Thompson. Thompson steals it back, battling for the line. Hagens. Power play comes to a close for Boston. That is 2 kills for the Sabres back-to-back that are absolutely huge. Now it's time to get a goal. Stanley will dump it down low into the Boston zone. Zadorov over then for Peak. Peak off the boards to center. Stanley battling for on the right side. Corrali, cross-ice pass is broken up by Buffalo. Getting it at center then is Peak, who will carry it into the zone. Peak on the right side. Shut on there. Saved by Luukkonen. Rebounds there. Buffalo will get it back and clear to center. That was definitely offsides. Here's Tanner Jeannot. Comes into the Buffalo zone. 6.5 minutes to go here now. Pass up top is blocked by the Sabres. Byram regroups now in his own end. Bowen Byram now in his own end will look for options. Byram pass ahead is tipped as it goes up and out of play. 6:15 to go here in the opening period. Plenty of offensive chances, and we are scoreless here in period number 1. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We got 70 people in here to start this one off. That's a pretty good start if I do say so myself. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Update on Montreal and Tampa Bay. That game is tied at 1 after 20 minutes of play. Beautiful taste of water, am I right? Good evening, Chris. Here, I'll tell you how to spell it. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it, Chris. I'm pretty sure. Welcome, Chris, though. Good evening, man. How you doing?
Minutes into game 2. Let's take a look back at game 1. Matthias Samuelsson was an absolute monster for the Sabres. He played 22 and a half minutes.
Even I spelled it wrong. Yeah, leave it to the Finn. Leave it to the Finn in the chat, JJ, to do that. Yeah, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Leave it to JJ. He knows. All right. Back here in Buffalo, 6:15 to go. In period number 1. We are scoreless. Pretty good chances for both sides. Yeah, pretty rare finish name. Yeah, a lot of double letters. That's right. Good to hear, Chris. Sabres win 4 games in a row. Face-off coming up here now at center. 6:15 to go here in this opening period. Face-off is a tie-up then. Of course I did, Daniel. I was streaming it. Bruins will clear it back to center. Here's Lindholm. Off the board, stolen back then by Buffalo. It's 3-on-2. Norris up top, loops it back around, back in on, goes just wide of Swayman. Buffalo keeps it into the zone. Dahlin clears it in the corner then for Lindholm. On the right side, Byron back up top for Doan. Doan to Norris. Dahlin will move it now through center. Rasmus Dahlin will clear it into the Boston end. Norris down low for Benson. Benson up top to Dahlin. Shot on there is blocked. Norris trying to keep it into the line. Up top then, Benson fires it on. And it's gloved by Swayman. And I forgot to start my clock. Of course I did. Sorry, guys. Whoops. Of course I did. Shouldn't surprise anybody, though. I always forget to do that. I'm feeling good. Face-off here in the Boston end is won back by the Bruins. Chris, I had some cough drops today that helped out with the throat. Thank you, Bon. Have a good one. Down low in the corner, McAvoy battling forward with Krebs. On the right side, Aspero. Back over then to Arvidsson. Arvidsson ahead then for Middlestat. Middlestat will dump it down low into the Buffalo end. Up top, Middlestat, a shot saved there by Luukkonen. Casey Middlestat battling for it now down low in the corner. There as well as Samuelsson. Tuck will get it back then for Buffalo. Broken up by the Bruins. They'll clear it back into the Sabres end. Luukkonen gives it back for Samuelsson. Matthias Samuelsson behind the net. Samuelsson will move it now through center for the Sabres. McLeod carries it in. McLeod into the Boston zone. Battling for it then with Quinn. Here's Hagens now who will take it through center. 2-on-2. Minnan with Kuzadinov. Minnan, a shot goes wide. Rebounds in front. Hagens a good chance there. And that one's denied by Luukkonen. All right, I'll try my best, Alex. Thank you, bro. I'll try my best. Again, I could do a better job at that for sure. Thank you for the advice. I'll try to say that better. 4:23 to go in the first. We are scoreless here in Buffalo. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below. Like the stream as well. We're at 24 likes. That's a pretty good start. Good to see all the locals here in the chat. Yeah, so for those who are just joining us again, this is day 4 of streaming the playoffs. We've been live every single day for the majority of the games. My voice, especially this morning, was really bad. So I had to make a change. I went to the store, I bought some cough drops, and my voice feels a lot better. It's really weird, though, because, like, I'm taking these to school tomorrow, and everybody's going to be like, what are you doing in school if you're sick? I'm like, oh, don't worry, I was just up streaming the playoffs last night. Screaming my ass off till 2 in the morning. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Will. I don't even think my voice is really at its best, to be honest with you, because of all the streams I've done. Picks are either tied or ahead in the series. A Sens fan picked Carolina. Won't mind being wrong on that one. Yeah. What's up, Jane? How we doing? All right, 4:23 left to go here in the first period. Taking a look at the Sabres in the regular season, they were 11-14-4 on December 8th. They had the fewest wins in the Eastern Conference. Since December 8th, they're 39-9-5. That is the most wins in the NHL over that stretch. Unbelievable stretch of hockey here. Face-off coming up here now in the Buffalo end. How are you, Jane? Face-off won by the Bruins. Zadorov fires it on. That one's blocked. Battling for it on the right side then. Sabres trying to clear to center. Corrali on the right side fighting with Malenstein. Malenstein trying to get it to center. Corrali back to Malenstein. Will get it ahead. Now Boston will backhand it back down low. Down low now in the corner. Greenway to center. Malenstein broken up then by the Bruins. Boston's done a good job at clogging up the neutral zone, especially in those first couple of moments. Here's Logan Stanley. Back over for Connor Timmins. Timmins will drop it back then for Benson, who will dump it down low into the Bruins' end. Lohrei. Back to Lindholm. Lindholm off the boards to Pastrnak. Through to center to Geekie. Regrouping with it then is Owen Power. Power will bank it off the boards. Back over to Doan. Josh Doan now with speed through center. Doan got some room. Carries it around Lindholm. Below the line then, battling for that puck. It's broken up by Boston. Geekie battling for it then on the right side. Kept in by the Sabres. Benson fires it on. It's in the crease. And Doan, a good chance there, is denied. Down low now, Norris battling for it. Norris fighting with Lohrei. Getting it back is Benson. Benson up top. Byram. Back over then, Doan. Backhands it down low to Norris. Norris off the boards in the corner. Then it's intercepted by the Bruins. Mason Lohrei will take it the other way then for Boston. Clearing it down low here into the Sabres end. Turnover in front. Pastrnak back down low. Shut on. Save by Luukkonen. Zacha on the right side. Back over then for Doan, who's knocked off the puck. Jonathan Aspero gets it back then for the Bruins. Oop, Aspero regroups in his own end. Tuck on the right side, then back over for Middlestat. Aspero will clear it to center. Zacha for Arvidsson. Back down low here into the Sabres end. Rasmus Dahlin down low battling for with Tuck. Krebs to Tuck. Cross ice pass to Samuelsson. Samuelsson, a shot denied by Swayman. Battling for it now in the corner. Up top, then the Rasmus Dahlin. Fires it on again. Save in the front there as McAvoy clears it back away. In the corner now, trying to get that one free is Krebs. Intercepted then by the Bruins. Casey Middlestat will flip it ahead to center. Arvidsson battling for it then with Dahlin. Stolen back then by the Sabres. McLeod will dump it down low. On the right side then, Zadorov battling for it with Zucker. Below the line then getting it back is Quinn. 1:30 to go. McLeod, cross-ice pass. And nobody is there. Here's Quinn for Buffalo. Down low to Zucker. Zucker up top then for Timmins, a shot. That one is blocked. And the Bruins will get it back to center. Marat Kuznetsov down the right side. He'll backhand it down low here into the Buffalo zone. Thompson back to Stanley. Stanley will chip it back to center. Zucker battling for the Bruins are offsides with exactly 1 minute to go. And now the pushing and shoving keeps on intensifying. We got 92 people here in the chat. What's going on? Go Buffalo, go. What's up, Charles? Watching from Kingston. Nice. Alex, you're from Whitehall. Really? I've been to Whitehall. Been to plenty of Lehigh Valley Phantoms games. I live like an hour away from Whitehall. Nice. Sabres going to be shorthanded again. You're right about that. Connor Timmins to the box. Bruins power play. Wait, no. Crimson's capping. No. That already happened, Crimson. Last minute of play here in the first period. Byram down low in the corner. We'll clear it off the board. Shot on Luukkonen, and he makes the save with 49 seconds to go. It's a 4-game day here on the NHL slate. We will be live later on tonight for Kings and Avalanche, round 1, game 2. We are not taking our foot off the gas. We are live every single day this week. Face-off here is won back by Boston. Cross-ice pass to Pasternak. Pasternak back down low. Battling for it then is Lindholm. Geeky fighting now with Norris. In the corner, Sabres trying to get this one to center. Turnover in front. Pasternak a drive. He fanned on the puck. Norris is tripped, and that will be a penalty. It's against David Pasternak and the Bruins, and the Sabres will get the man advantage. 30 seconds to go here in this opening period. Buffalo is going to get a power play. Don Cherry. I never really watched Don Cherry. Oop, wrong icon. My bad. Wrong icon. Sabres power play coming up. Face-off coming up in the Boston zone. This power play will carry over into the second period if no goal is scored. Face-off is won back by the Bruins. They will clear it down the other way. All the way back then into the Sabres zone. Rasmus Dahlin will carry it through center for Buffalo. Thompson dumps it down low. Dahlin battling forward with McAvoy. Norris with 10 seconds to go. It's stolen back by the Bruins, who will clear it down the other way. 5 seconds to go. Time will tick down, and we will head to period number 2. Scoreless from Buffalo. No goals were scored in that opening period. Shots were 8-7 in favor of the Sabres. And that will do it for period number 1. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Helps out with the engagement. Brings more people into the wonderful commentary. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick, guys. I will be right back in just a moment.
Sabres will have really a full power play to start the second period as well. But we're keeping an eye on Montreal and Tampa. That game going on ESPN2. And the boys are getting together tonight. Yeah. Stanley Cup playoffs. Hello. Hello. What's your name? Nice to meet you. This is the Expedia person in this group. Hello.
Geico helps tailor your coverage to fit your business and bottom line. So, Greg, how good's it feel to save on your commercial auto insurance with Geico? As good as having a great hammer.
You can't touch this. Hammer time. Break it down. We'll just put it up.
It feels good to get your savings on.
All right. I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. You're writing your wedding vows right now? Wow. Well, congratulations, Chris. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hopefully you have a great wedding. We'll probably be live streaming. LA Kings winning tonight. Spurs winning. Bruins are playing better, but no brawl yet. Yep. Right about that. All right, first cough drop of the night. Soothe the mouth a little bit. But it's been working, so I'll keep on doing it. All right, so Montreal and Tampa Bay is tied at 1 through about 20 minutes of play. It's in the middle of the second period right now. So we'll get started here with the second period of this game in about 15 minutes. So if you want to go get a snack or get a drink and do what you got to do. Thank you all for the support on yesterday's commentaries, of course. Cough drops don't work on you. You need to be with a shot of horse tranquilizer. Hey, man, some things work for others. Nothing wrong with that. This works good for me, though. It's been working out pretty well for me, so I will take it. Keep on sucking on them. Sounded wrong. Come on, Buffalo. What's up, John? Yes, sir. We'll see if the Sabres go up 2-0 here on the series or Boston will come back. We'll have to find out. All right. Is Ruff Coach of the Year? I'm not going to reveal that. Tomorrow, actually, fun fact. So tomorrow we're releasing a new video here on the channel. Tomorrow is my 2025-26 NHL award ballots. That is releasing tomorrow at 3 p.m. That is releasing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Need to get stronger meds than that. I won't reveal that. But maybe. He might be. You never know. Oh, sorry. Sneezing. Josh Allen, man. He was hyped up, too. That was electric.
Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback, a man of the people, getting the crowd going pre-game. And that is a special community in Buffalo.
Man, that was tough.
Relationship between the Bills and the Sabres as we welcome you back in scoreless after.
Apparently, Slavkovsky and Hagel got into a fight in Habs versus Tampa. Tampa. For those who are curious on our availability here of this series, we will not be live for Game 3 of this series. We'll be live for Game 4, though. We will be live for Game 4 of this series, and if it goes on longer, we'll be live for more of the games, of course. Not exactly sure of my schedule after Sunday. Still waiting to see how the games play out. because 2 of the 3 games that are on Monday could be sweeps. So, not 100% sure yet.
Once they got their footing and they got the momentum going there, it was a different story. Boston couldn't stand it. Uko Pekka-Lukkonen. Very close. Lukkonen. That's why I say Lukkonen. That's why I say Uko. But they asked you to see evidence, say Uko Lukkonen. Yeah, good for him because he's playing great. Yeah, they've done a great job. He's playing unbelievable.
All right. Big bad Boston Bruins. St. Louis for Coach of the Year? Oh, Marty St. Louis. I was like, the Blues? Marty St. Louis for Coach of the Year is not a bad pick. Wasn't he a finalist last year? Good to see you for what you think of the playoffs so far. Rough enough for you. Oh, they've been fun. The only rough part is my voice. But I'm feeling good tonight. We're doing good. Hey, there's Tortorella. Oh, my goodness. Full-out brawl in Tampa Bay. Man, those teams hate each other. We'll be live for Game 3 and 4 of Habs in Tampa Bay. That's a heated rivalry right there if we've ever seen one.
This first intermission report is presented by Expedia. The one place you go to go places.
Americans don't like Canadians. Not me, though. I love Canadian women. I love everyone. I don't really care about your nationality or your race or your gender. It doesn't matter. As long as you're here to have fun, and you're always welcome here. As long as you're here to have fun. No matter the race, the skin color, or anything. I don't have a problem against anybody. It's not worth it hating people. I mean, of course I don't like people, but it's not worth any more than that. Already too much hatred in this world. You get what I mean? Definitely, with all the stuff going on. I don't have any disdain towards Canadians, and I'm American. A lot of my friends are American. Or, a lot of my friends are Canadian. Sorry, a lot of my friends are Canadian. That's what I meant. I mean, like in some sports sense, Rays versus Montreal, the rivalry, yeah. Yep. Little update in Montreal versus Tampa Bay. That game is tied 1-1. Midway through the second period, there is already... Oh, my Lord. There was already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 penalties through the first, 30 minutes of the game. That is nuts. Yeah, Philadelphia played phenomenal against Pittsburgh. They're playing the way they have to. It's really satisfying to watch as a Flyers fan myself. It's been a lot of fun. And I made a video on it today, but that Porter Martone is nuts. You guys would make a great 11th Providence. I just laugh at all that stuff. I just laugh at all that stuff. The whole 51st state stuff is just like, come on. All right, got about 7.5 minutes here to go until period number 2. Yeah, 19 penalties in total. Freaking chaos. It's absolutely nuts. It was pretty nuts in game one. It was. This one's been just as crazy.
The most exciting playoffs out there. The Stanley Cup Playoffs continue Sunday on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Welcome back to the Expedia First Intermission Report.
Yeah, it is cup or bust, but
Bottom line is we're neighbors, damn right. And we should all be nice to each other for sure.
yeah, I just think the
I agree with that.
camaraderie
And as long as you're here and you love hockey and you love talking about all different kinds of stuff, you're great by me. Especially you, Daniel.
a long end of the season for sure. You kind of know where we're at, but definitely fun people.
Except Chris. Not a fan of Chris. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm kidding, Chris, if you're still here. I'm kidding, Chris. I will say either Cooper or Tocchet for the Jack Adams. Tocchet would be a fun pick. It feels like the Jack Adams is always whoever. The Jack Adams is always whoever has the most surprising team that year, it feels like. To be honest with you.
See what's going on around the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we want to give you a taste as to what the Boston Buffalo were scoreless. We're getting ready for the second period back in West New York.
I'm just joking, Chris. I was just saying, I was like speaking along the, I was just saying, as long as you like hockey and stuff, you're welcome here. And I just made a joke about you, made a joke with you.
Hagel scored a couple of ways. Watch this. But once again, we told you they were just talking. This conversation obviously didn't go the way that they thought it probably was the last night. And
Oh boy.
credit to Yuri, that Thompson stepping up here, and Hagel. I just love this. I love two guys stepping up and doing it. Yuri gets ahead.
Oh my God, Hagel knocked him.
I like this. He keeps going. Not a boy. Don't stay down. Good man. He gets a lot of respect, not only from the
Okay, good.
Tampa guys and guys around the league watching. So
Because knowing my luck, I would say something like that to somebody, and they just be so upset at me. They'd be like, "What the heck? Why'd you say that to me?" Yeah. Slavkovsky getting into it with Hagel. That was a pretty nice tilt.
juggernauts for all Canadians, and what a player he's been. Okay, you would not do that. Absolutely not. No way. 12 minutes left to play in that period. That's the Buffalo for the second.
All right. Period number 2 coming up in just a moment, guys. Stick around.
No guarantees in sports.
Stick around.
But you can breathe better. Game days are better. Do patients continuously
Mm.
to help prevent asthma attacks? Specific types of moderate
Go up to Calgary a lot, so I like it north of the border. Besides, I'm a big Stampeders fan. Nothing wrong with the Stampeders. Speaking of which, I'm going to regret this, but what's the Phillies score? Oh, it's scoreless. At least Luzardo hasn't done anything bad today yet. His ERA is going to go down. On the bright side.
Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Bigger.
Like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online. Only pay for what you need.
Mason Miller hasn't allowed to run yet. Jesus. Anyway. Not here to talk about baseball.
Short on nothing. Big on weekend.
A lot of these playoff teams really hate one another. Yeah, that Tampa Bay game is going nuts right now. It's up to 20 penalties now. My buddy's a big Rough Riders fan.
There's going out to eat, and then there's going all out with platinum. There's nothing like having an in with Priority Notify and turning a regular Thursday into
Yeah, it's been a weird year for baseball.
and this. And with up to $400 in revenue
Live in Calgary, but the Bills are your team.
all over again. Nothing
For Canadians, I feel like a lot of them, if they had to root for the NFL, they would be Bills fans.
benefits at over 10,000 resi restaurants. There's nothing like platinum.
All right, I got about 2 minutes here till period number 2. CFL is cheeseball. Yeah, I hear a lot of negative talk about the CFL. And I mean, obviously it's nowhere near as big as the NFL, but hopefully as the years go on, it grows.
Hey, Dr. Marty.
Pretty bad.
But what's wrong with this? It's premium stuff.
Let's check it out. It's still kibble, which means it's ultra-processed at extremely high temperatures that destroy the nutrients in the food. But at Dr. Marty, gently freeze-dried premium meats, fruit, and vegetables, locking in their nutrients.
Never kibbled.
You got it, kid, and they're gonna love it.
We're a really busy family of 6, and moving into a new house, and Empire made it really easy.
Real customers share their stories about Empire's home blurred.
The pink zone. Yeah, I'm not very big on football. You guys know my opinion on that if you've been watching for a while. Not a huge football guy. Baseball and hockey are my two. Baseball's like watching paint dry. Fair enough. It's only fun when you're there. I like to be there in the atmosphere. And when I go, I don't even really watch the entire game. I like to walk around and stuff and go take a look at the other things going on. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 here between the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins live from KeyBank Center. First period recap, goals were scored by nobody. And it is scoreless here after 20 minutes of play. Getting ready for period number 2 coming up here in just a moment. Taking a look at your stats through 20. Shots are 8-7 in favor of Buffalo. Faceoffs are 90% in favor of the Bruins. Power plays, Boston 0 for 2, Buffalo 0 for 1. Hits are 13-8 in favor of Boston. And blocked shots are 6-4 in favor of the Sabres. Boston will get a minute 29 of power play time. Yes, Daniel, it is a power play here for Boston, or for Buffalo. All right, period number 2 between the Bruins and the Sabres is underway. Face-off won back then by Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin will carry it now on the Sabres' end. Dahlin back to Thompson. Thompson will dump it down low here into the Boston end. Zucker battling for it now with Lindholm. Stolen back then by the Bruins. Kuznetsov down the right side. He's got some room. Comes in behind the net, now looking for options shorthanded. Marat Kuznetsov been one of the pleasant surprises this year for the Bruins. Here's Jack Quinn. Through the neutral zone, up top to Thompson. Thompson dekes in, comes into the center. A shot, save, rebounds there. In the crease. Dahlin back to Quinn, a drive, and that one goes wide. Thompson up top to Dahlin. Broken up by Boston. They will clear it down the other way. Waiting for it there is Luukkonen. We'll drop it back then for Byram. You're right about that, Paul Buddies Nerfect. You're right about that. There's been like no first period goals this year. Kastelik will dump it down low here into the Buffalo zone. Luukkonen back then for Byram. Bowen Byram now will move this one through center. Byram to Benson. Pass is broken up. Bruins will take it back and clear down the other way. Power play will come to a close here for Buffalo. Another good kill by the Bruins. Pastrnak out of the box for Boston. Geeky will dump it around then behind the net. Pastrnak down low, battling for on the right side. Stolen back then by the Sabres. 2-on-2. Tuck with Benson. Benson now loops around the right side, intercepted then by the Bruins. Geeky, cross-ice pass to Pastrnak. Pastrnak into the zone, up top, Lindholm a shot, and he fires it wide. Oh, he had wide open lane there. He's got to get that on next time. Here's Geeky now back to McAvoy. Chipped off the boards to center. Now Samuelson battling forward with Arvidsson. Geeky fighting now with Malenstein. Down low in the corner. Arvidsson shoots one there on Luukkonen and he makes the save. Geeky fighting now with Stanley. Two of them getting into it here now. Down low in the corner. Buffalo will get this puck to center. Dunn is battling for it then on the right side. He loses his helmet, forced to get off the ice. Here's Stanley, a shot saved by Swayman. And that one goes up and out of play. Jeremy Swayman's had to be sharp tonight. And he overall has been throughout the entire series. He's made a lot of great saves. The Bruins have gotten plenty of chances throughout the last 2 games. And Luukkonen's done a good job of making those saves as well. Face off here now in the Boston zone. Zadorov on the right side, stolen back. Norris a shot. That one goes wide there with Swayman. They had the open lane in front. Here's Kuznetsov. Chips it off the boards and back down low into the Buffalo end. Janot battling for on the right side with McLeod. Corrali takes it back in front. Janot, a chance save. Rebounds there in the crease. And Luukkonen makes the save. As Norris lost his helmet in front. Hopefully he's okay. And we got a stoppage. Some good saves here by UPL. That's for sure. A lot more of an aggressive game so far from Boston than the first. Face-off coming up here now in the Buffalo zone. It'll be Krebs versus Mitten. The face-off is a tie-up then. One back by Boston. McAvoy fires it on. It's blocked. Up top, here's Pika. Shot, save, rebounds there. Behind the net, then Mitten, a wraparound chance. In the crease and shot wide. Down low in the corner then. Buffalo trying to get it loose. Power. Battling for it then. Hagens will get it back for Boston. Krebs battling for it then with Hagens. James Hagens trying to clear that one out from down low in the corner. Fraser Mitten's there as well. Intercepted by Buffalo. Alex Tuck up top to Thompson. Thompson battling for it then with Peak. Tage Thompson in the corner then. Broken up by the Bruins. Krebs battling for it down low with Zadorov. Boston will get it back to center. It's the young rookie, Fraser Mitten. Carried back to Byram. He'll dump it down low here into the Boston zone. Zadorov now for the Bruins. He'll gain the line and dump it down the other way. Sliding back into the Boston zone. Swayman over then for Lindholm. Lindholm back to Lohrei. Lohrei battling for it down low in the corner with Quinn. Up top then with that puck is McLeod. Ryan McLeod to Quinn. Pass over is through the crease. Here's Samuelson. Samuelson down low to Zucker. Battling for it then is McLeod, and the puck slides in on Swayman, who will cover up. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. A very back and forth game here for both sides. Both teams have gotten their fair share of chances. So far, the shots are 9-9. We'll be live tomorrow as well. And Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow is Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Wild versus Stars. Face-off won by the Sabres. Samuelson, pass tipped in front. Back down low to the corner. Benson battling for it then with Aspero. On the right side, McAvoy trying to get it free as well. Here's Arvidsson. In the corner, back to Aspero. Jonathan Aspero will throw it to center. Middlestad fighting with Dahlin. Bruins will clear it to center. Here's Arvidsson. Arvidsson a breakaway. He scores! Victor Arvidsson! And the Bruins open up the scoring again. They lead 1-0. The second breakaway of the night for Arvidsson. He had one after his penalty in the opening period. And second time's the charm. And what a play by Arvidsson to get around the Buffalo defense. And tuck it into the back of the net. Victor Arvidsson with his first goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and this is off a nice clear down the other way from Aspero. And the Bruins have taken the 1-0 lead. Face-off here now is won back by the Bruins. They will dump it down low into the Buffalo zone. Luukkonen on the right side, back over to Greenway. Greenway will clear it down low into the Boston end. Zadorov off the boards around Malenstein. Down low here in the corner, it's an icing against the Bruins. And the faceoff will come back in the Boston zone. 14:47 left to go here in this second period. Bruins lead the Sabres 1-0 on their 10th shot of the game from Victor Arvidsson. Yeah, I know. It's a different one. That's the only Boston jersey I have. I like this. I like this one, though. It's very, very traditional. Puck is cleared back to center now. Buffalo regroups in their own end. Byram through center. We'll dump it in there on Zadorov. In the corner now, Tuck battling for it. Puck goes up in the air and out of play. It's about time. You're right. You're right, Brian. It's about time. Victor Arvidsson. I don't believe that's his first goal in a commentary. It may be his first with Boston in a commentary. It's his 5th goal in a commentary stream. There's the Boston management. Don Sweeney said to Lee Hextall that 52 minutes is not a hockey game. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, that's right. Face-off here now is won back by the Bruins in their own zone. Midden over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov battling for it down low with Samuelsson. Hagens stolen back by Zucker. Zucker will clear this one off the boards back to center. Getting it back is Lohrei. Lohrei will chip it ahead then for Hagens. Kuznetsov into the zone now for Boston. Battling for it down low in the corner. Dahlin back to Quinn. Jack Quinn here battling for it down low in the corner. Samuelsson trying to get that one loose as well. It's like a 4-man tie-up down low in the Buffalo zone. Boston gets it back. Here's Lohrei at the point now for Boston. Will fire this one behind the net. Samuelsson down low now in the Buffalo zone. Samuelsson ahead to McLeod. 3-on-3. McLeod to Zucker. Shoots it. That one's blocked. Now Pasternak will poke check it ahead then for Hagens. Regrouping now in the Buffalo zone. Logan Stanley will dump it down low into the Boston end. Up top now with that puck is Benson. Benson fires it. That one's blocked down low in the corner. Benson here for the Sabres. Gets it back. Stanley up top. Shot on goes wide. Benson gets it back for Buffalo. Stanley a shot. And that one is wide there of the Bruins net. Pasternak will steal it back and clear to center. Here's Greenway. Off the boards to Benson. Benson battling for it then with Lindholm. It's taken back by Lohrei, who will chip it to center. Josh Doan. Pass to Pasternak. Broken up there by Boston. They will clear it down into the Sabres zone yet again. This one will not be an icing. Timmins through the neutral zone. Will dump it in there on Swayman. Cleared off the boards by Zadorov and back to center. Battling for it on the right side then is Zacha with Tuck. Intercepted by Byram down low in the corner. Byram will throw it out of play. And this might be a penalty. It will be. A delay of game penalty here. It's against the Sabres. And the Bruins with a 1-0 lead. They will head to the power play. And this is all Bowen Byram just trying to clear that puck out of the zone. He throws it directly out and out of play. And that will ensue a Boston power play coming up in just a moment. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are less than 50 subscribers away from 5,900. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Don't forget, later on tonight, we are live. Oh, wrong one. We are live for Avalanche and Kings. Round 1, Game 2. That is tonight's commentary, so be sure to stick around for that.
Taco Bell's lunch boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box, are going to people's heads. Now they're expecting everything to be as lux. Where's the door?
All right.
There's no door. That's why we're waiting. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 lunch boxes. Diabetes can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Easily track your glucose and lower your A1C.
Thank you, Jane. I know you are. You're a legend, Jane. Bruins power play does not scare you? So power play coming up here. It's going to be on the Sabres. Bruins will have a chance to make it a 2-0 hockey game. We will see if they have the opportunity to. I see what you're doing there. All right, Bowen Byram for delay of game. Boston power play coming up. Face-off in the Buffalo end. Norris versus Lindholm. Off the draw, Sabres win it. They will clear it down the other way. Getting it back behind the net then is Swayman. He'll give it back to McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy now will drop it back for Lindholm. Elias Lindholm now over to Zacha. Zacha back to Geekie. Geekie below the line, back to Zacha. Zacha here up top to Pasternak. McAvoy at the point. Back to Pasternak. Shoots it. And that one goes wide of UPL. McAvoy battling for now on the right side. Stolen back then by Buffalo. They will dump it down the other way. Swayman will give it back then for McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy now will move it through center for Boston. Over then for Geekie. Geekie drops it back for Zacha. Zacha then for Lindholm. Zacha to Lindholm up top Pasternak. At the point, McAvoy a shot. That one's blocked. Sabres will get it and clear down the center. Charlie McAvoy here then for Boston. Chipped off the boards. Mallenstein will take it back and clear to center. Mitten picks it back up for the Bruins. He'll dump it down low here into the Buffalo zone. Logan Stanley off the boards and back into the Boston zone. Swayman will give this one back for Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm now will move this one through center for Boston. Lindholm gives it back for Mitten. Fraser Mitten back over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Middlestat. Cross ice pass is stolen back then by the Bruins. Mitten over then for Hagens. Battling forward in the corner. That Arvidsson trying to get it free. Here's Lindholm. Comes to the center. A shot. That one's blocked. Good block there by the Sabres. The puck will come back to center. Lindholm to Mitten. Back over to Hagens. Sabres will clear it back to center. That will do it for the Boston power play. Another good kill by the Sabres. And they shut down Boston's power play yet again. Corrali to Kastelik. Kastelik will backhand it down low into the Buffalo zone. Halfway through the game in the period, penalty coming up, and it's against the Bruins. The referees are calling seemingly everything here tonight. And this time a penalty against Boston. Sabres to the power play. And that is not a penalty there you want to take if you're the Bruins. You don't really want to take any penalty, if we're being honest with ourselves, but that is not a good one to take. So we will see if Buffalo can tie the game here at 1 apiece in this second period. Or will we head to... Never mind. Face off in the Boston end. It's won back by the Bruins. McAvoy Off the boards then to Quinn. Quinn battling forward with Dahlin. Stolen away by the Bruins. They will dump it all the way back into the Sabres zone. Luukkonen gives it back for Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin now will carry it through center. Pass up top to Thompson. Norris. Poke checks it ahead. Thompson down low in the corner. Tage Thompson back to Quinn. Quinn to Dahlin. On the right side, Quinn to Thompson. Back in front. Backhand save there. And the puck is cleared the other way. All the way back in the Buffalo zone, Dahlin holds it now for the Sabres. Rasmus Dahlin will drop this one back for Norris. Josh Norris into the zone. Quinn. Pass back to Zucker. Battling for it down low in the corner. Sabres get it back up top. Dahlin. Over then for Quinn. Quinn behind the net then to Zucker. Battling for it down low then Norris. Up top Quinn. Jack Quinn here on the right side for the Sabres. Quinn below the line up top to Dahlin. Dahlin to Quinn. Quinn up top. Dahlin a shot. And that one goes wide there of Swayman. Here's Lindholm back off the boards. Thompson. Back over then for Norris. Norris to Dahlin. Dahlin pass over. Broken up as it's down low in the corner. Norris gets it back for Buffalo. Thompson up top for the Sabres. 20 seconds to go. Thompson a shot. That one goes wide and all the way back to center. Tage Thompson now in his own end. Thompson will break it through the neutral zone. Regroups around the right side. Dahlin will try and fire it on. It goes up in the air and out of play. With 4 seconds to go on the Buffalo man advantage. Update on Montreal versus Tampa Bay. Josh Anderson has his second goal of the series to make it a 2-1 game in favor of Montreal late in the second period. Thank you for that, Daniel. 8:05 to go in the middle frame. Face-off coming up here again now in the Boston zone. It'll be Kastelik versus McLeod. Face-off is won back by the Sabres. Byram to McLeod. Pass over. Shot on. Goes wide. Power play will come to a close. Up top then with it is Byram. Intercepted by Boston. Broken up by the Sabres. It's a 2-on-2. Tuck shot. Saved by Swayman. And the puck goes up and out of play. $7:47 left to go here in this period. Not a lot of shots these last couple of minutes, but Jeremy Swayman has been the difference maker. It's 1-0 Boston.
Candy, no.
Oh, get out.
Shoot. But that never happened. Thanks to the Geico app, help arrived in under an hour.
It feels good to get help fast. It feels good to Geico.
Who's ready for a deal? Now, you can order a footlong in the Subway app and get another for free. That's right, Subway Sub Club members. Free! Get your favorite sub plus one. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We have 90 people here in the commentary. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. 7:47 left to go here in the second period. Boston leads Buffalo 1-0. I don't know how, but I got my shirt really dirty down here somehow. I don't know how. Or wet, not dirty, wet. Probably from my water. Victor Arvidsson makes it a 1-0 lead here for the Bruins in this second period, assisted by Jonathan Aspero. Arvidsson, his first goal of the series, and it's a massive one there for Boston. Face-offs coming up here now in the Buffalo zone. Big opportunity coming up here for the Sabres. They've been putting on the pressure, but not getting the shots on. Thompson versus Zaka. Faceoff is won back by the Bruins. Here's Lindholm. Behind the Boston net, will clear it back to center. Here's Zaka, 2-on-1 shot on there, goes wide of Luukkonen. On the right side, Thompson battling for it then with Middlestat. Down low in the corner. Zaka, up top then for Lindholm. Puck goes all the way up in the air, then back down low for Arvidsson. Arvidsson for Middlestat. Middlestat up top, Lowry to Middlestat. Middlestat fires it on, save there, it's in the crease. Taken back by Buffalo. Sabres try and clear it out of the zone. It's kept in then by Boston. Byram battling forward with Middlestat. Pastrnak cross-check to the boards. David Pastrnak battling for it then. Luukkonen steals it back for the Sabres. And they will get it back to center. Here's Alex Tuch trying to poke check a breakaway the other way. Intercepted by Boston. Lindholm battling for it then with power. Lindholm up top to Peak. Peak fires it. Save there. Now Pastrnak. Up top then for Zadorov. Zadorov at the point then for Boston. Shot on there is saved. Jabbing at that puck. And taken away by the Sabres. And deflected out of play. And I forgot to start my clock. Of course I did. Sorry, guys. I am not on my A game today. I didn't think so either, Brian. I thought Tampa Bay would be able to beat them, but Montreal's playing them really well. I think we're all getting that series wrong. I think Montreal might win that series, to be honest. Tage has to be the man, yep. Face off in the Buffalo zone. 6.5 minutes to go in the second period. Norris versus Mitten. It's a tie-up then and one back by the Sabres, who will clear it to center. Getting it back then is Aspero. Will chip it off the boards to center. Into the zone then Mitten. Pass over broken up. Kuznetsov down low in the corner. Taken back then by Buffalo. Doan. Pass is blocked. Kuznetsov battling for now on the right side. Taken back then by Mitten. Mitten up top. Fraser Mitten will backhand pass over. It's blocked. In the air then, Sabres trying to clear. On the right side, Norris will battle for it with Samuelson. Cleared all the way back to center then by the Sabres. Here's Doan coming in on Swayman. Swayman makes the save and covers up. 5:45 left to go. Do I need a beer? I would love a beer. Shots are 14-11 in favor of Boston. Sabres got to get shots on. I know I'm speaking the obvious, but they cannot keep playing the way they are. They got to keep getting shots on. I like what Boston's doing in the terms of that they're not taking their foot off the gas. They let Buffalo come at them at waves on Sunday. They're doing a much better job today. I know, Crimson, I know. Face-off in the Boston end is won back by the Sabres. Stanley over then for Quinn. Jack Quinn at the point then for Buffalo. Fires a shot on, it's blocked. In the corner, wraparound chance is broken up. Bruins will get it back and clear it to center. And it'll slide back down low into the Buffalo zone for another icing. Face-off coming up here now in the Boston zone. Sabres looking for that game-tying goal. Will they get it here? Face-off. One back by the Sabres. Here's Quinn. Down low in the corner. Jack Quinn battling for it. On the right side, McLeod. Fighting alongside Aspero. He's knocked down to the ground as a result. On the right side, Zucker, backhand through center, broken up by Boston. Hagens battling forward with Aspero. McLeod Down low in the corner, Ryan McLeod trying to poke check that one ahead. McLeod, pass up top's broken up. Aspero battling for on the right side, then with McAvoy. Getting to it as well as Zucker. Thrown back up top. Timmins to McLeod. To Timmins a drive, and that one goes wide. Logan Stanley. At the point then, will bank it back down low. Here's McLeod. At the point then, Bruins will clear it back to center. Logan Stanley now will regroup on his own end. Stanley back to Greenway. Greenway will drop it back over then for Stanley. It's chipped off the boards and down into the Boston zone. Aspero getting it back then for Boston. Will clear it to center. Malenstein is offsides, so they will call it delayed offsides. Bruins will take advantage. McAvoy back to Pasternak. Pasternak over then for Lindholm. Back down low into the Buffalo zone. Getting it back in the corner is Power. Power will try and chip it to center. Malenstein will dump it there. Bruins have been doing a good job of getting the pressure on these last few minutes. Byram down low in the corner here now for Buffalo. Taken back then by Dunn. Dunn to Power. Power ahead then for Greenway. Greenway to Malenstein. Malenstein below the line, pass in front, jabbing at that puck. It's poke checked away by the Bruins. Geekie will get it to center. Morgan Geekie now with speed will clear it back down low and in the back of the net. What the heck just happened? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, dang it. Oh my goodness, and the Bruins take a 2-0 lead. What on earth just happened? I don't even know what happened there. I think the puck deflected off of Luukkonen somehow, some way, and into the back of the net. Let's see this replay. So Geekie takes the puck. He backhands it in there on Luukkonen, and it goes off of his pad into the back of the net. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What a backhand by Geekie. No way. No freaking way. 2-0 lead for Boston here. And a whistle blown dead at center. 3:30 to go here in period number 2. A lucky goal there by Morgan Geekie, his 8th career playoff goal. Makes it a 2-0 lead for Boston. Face-off one back by the Bruins. Up top, Power will clear it back down low here into the Bruins zone. Lindholm battling for it in the corner. Lowry gets it back then for Boston. Trying to take that one through center. Now Krebs battling for it down low. Kastelik over on the right side and back in there on Luukkonen. He will make the save. Some boos here in the Buffalo crowd. They are starting to get a little bit restless. The Bruins kind of showing some shades back to game 1. They have a 2-0 lead here. The only important thing now is that you do not take your foot off the gas and you keep the pressure on. 2-0 Boston here in the second period. Sabres have the Bruins like we're right where they want them, like game 1. We'll see, bro. But they're in a pretty solid spot. The Bruins, I mean. Phillies are losing.
Little Caesar's 4-1-6, perfect for sharing.
Oh, Sharon? I'm right here.
No, I said sharing. Sharon?
Oh, here.
All right. Deja vu? Yeah, Buffalo's got to put pressure on, I agree. They definitely need to up the pressure for sure. I'll agree with that. Yeah, that's a rough goal there to allow in the playoffs. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. There's Josh Allen here in the Buffalo crowd. He got the fans hyped up. At the beginning of the game, he's playing with a receipt or something. Or 50-50 tickets. What are you doing buying 50-50 tickets, Josh Allen? You got plenty of money. Face-off in the Sabres' end is won by the Bruins. Zadorov, a shot goes wide. And goes up and out of play. For the sake of the cinema, I hope. Oh my God, Kyle Schwarber home run, we're tied. Starting to think this game might overlap. Face-off here in the Buffalo zone is won back by the Sabres. Benson ahead now through center. He'll get around Arvidsson. Arvidsson battling for it then. Benson takes it back and the Sabres are off sides at 2:56. Starting to think this game might overlap with Avalanche and Kings. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Also, Mike, I gotta say, when they announced him and they pulled the board back and everyone saw it was him, it was a noticeable roar on top of already all kinds.
Face-off outside of the Boston zone is won back then by the Bruins. Sabres will dump it down low into the Boston zone. And the puck goes up and out of play. Bruins fans want a penalty. Or Buffalo wanted a penalty. They will not get one. Does Josh have his lovely wife with him? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like his wife's... Is his wife like Selena Gomez or something? Face-off here now in the Boston zone. One back by the Sabres. Dahlin. Back to Zucker. Shot on there is blocked by Boston. McAvoy. Off the right side. Clears it back to center. Pastrnak will dump it down low into the Sabres zone. Lindholm a shot there and he makes the save. Geekie. Battling for it now with Dahlin. Sabres will carry it through center. 3-on-2. Quinn will flick this one in on Swayman. And he will cover up. Yeah, isn't she pregnant? That's right. I forgot about that, actually. Go Bruins, bend the swords. 2:18 left to go in the second period. McLeod versus Mitten. Face-off is won back by the Bruins. Zadorov will get it back to center. Kuznetsov drop back then to Mitten. Mitten up top to Kuznetsov. He'll come into the zone. Pass over is broken up. And a penalty against the Sabres at 2:05. Oh, that is absolutely brutal there for Buffalo. And the Boston Bruins will head back to the power play. Oh, Haley Steinfeld. That's right. That's who she is. Yeah. One of the two. Power play coming up for Boston yet again. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense then. She's watching the baby. Power play coming up here now for Boston. Lindholm will take the draw for the Bruins. Lindholm versus McLeod. Face-off one back then by the Sabres to center. Zacha to Pastrnak. Pastrnak loops it around up top then McAvoy. McAvoy to Pastrnak. Down low, tipped in front. They score! Pavel Zacha on the power play, and it's 3-0 Boston. And talk about not taking your foot off the gas. Pavel Zacha there on the power play. Multi-point game for David Pastrnak. Great keep in there by, I think that was Lindholm at the blue line. Great keep in. And then Pastrnak to Geeky into the back of the net. Multi-point games for Pastrnak. And the Bruins have a 3-0 lead here late in the second period. Buffalo will hold it down low now in their own zone. Sabres will get it the other way. Benson into the zone. Fires it back down low. Corrali fighting with Norris. Josh Norris now battling forward up top. Then Power a shot. And that one's denied in front. Doan's battling forward there as well. Corrali gets it back for Boston. They will clear it out of the zone and out of play. Let's go Buffalo. Buffalo might be cooked. Yeah. It's not looking great for him right now. That's for sure. Montreal versus Tampa Bay. 2-1 Montreal. Third period getting ready to start in that one. Face-off here is won back then by the Bruins, who will get it to center. Zacha for Arvidsson. Arvidsson on the right side then for Middlestat. Middlestat will poke check it around Corrali. Casey Middlestat down low, battling for it now with Power. McLeod up top to McAvoy, who will fire it down low behind the net. Zacha on the right side then, last minute of play here in the second period. Cleared back to center now. Boston will regroup. McAvoy off the boards, back down low. Power back here at center ice. Owen Power now back to Byram. Sabres looking for the right attack. What's up, T-Stat? How we doing? Here's Byram dumping it down low here into the Boston zone. Lindholm will take it back for the Bruins. Kuznetsov will poke check it here to center. Puck slides all the way back into the Buffalo zone. 15 seconds to go. Dahlin for Dunn. Broken up by the Bruins. Boston will clear it back into the Buffalo zone. Dahlin takes it back and chips it back into the Buffalo end. 5 seconds left. Here's Dunn a pass. It's blocked. Kuznetsov will clear, and that will do it for period number 2. And the physicality ensues further. End of period number 2 here between the Bruins and the Sabres. It is a 3-0 lead for Boston. Goals were scored by Arvidsson, Geeky, and Zacha. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. All right. This is the countdown till the start of the third period, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick, guys. I will be right back. Oh, stepped on my water.
They were booing the Sabres in Buffalo in the second period last game. Now they're booing them even more. It is 3-0 in favor of the Bruins. That's a tough period for the Buffalo goaltenders. Listen, whether it's Alex Ryan, Luka Pekka, Luukkonen, we might have to call him Luka Pekka, Luukkonen. No, you can't let that in. That's a backbreaker. For me, you have to get out and challenge that puck. We've seen this many, many times. You cannot allow a goal like that to go in. Mistakes happen, but no, that's a leaky goal. But that's a leaky goal. Then he gets another goal at the end of it. 100%, but it's the 2-0 goal for me. Accidents happen, things happen, mistakes are going to happen. Just can't happen in the playoffs.
Well, on the flip side, in the first game, he made some huge saves to keep Buffalo in it. It could have been 2 or 3 or 4-0 in the first half of the game. In game 1, he made some great saves and enabled them to come back. Tonight, not the same story. He's been a little bit soft with some of the goals, and now they got a big mountain to climb down.
That is what it is. Listen, I'm joking around, but Luka, it's not going to stick after one goal, but you
Already, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Had to use the bathroom really quick. Do I know if ESPN is on Samsung TV Plus? It should be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. You are asking the wrong person.
Tell me about it. It's a real inferno down here, and I'm burnt out.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull? Oh, that tastes heavenly. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Wings? Wings.
All right. Ugh. I don't know what number it is, dude. I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person. It probably is, but I don't know. All right, let me do a clip of the Victor Arvidsson goal to upload that to the channel. Keep the content flowing today.
Get more value with your $4 breakfast meal deal from McDonald's.
Mom, I'm really nervous. Me too, honey, but we got this.
Major Made Gummy Vitamins. A delightful way to take care.
Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have a good day. I choose joy no matter what comes in.
All right.
I bring joy wherever.
Thank you all for tuning in. Stick around.
Quality gummies from Major Made. The #1 pharmaceutical.
What teams will get 2 wins in a row? Well, there's already 2 teams who have. Flyers and the Hurricanes. I think Colorado will tonight. I think the Avalanche will tonight.
We put in the work. We're ready. If we
Here's
start
Arvid.
two wins on this, I said maybe we're
Here's
ready.
Arvidsson. In the corner, back to
That's how the NBA live on ESPN.
back to Aspero. Jonathan Aspero will throw it to center. Middlestad fighting with
Evergreen's family vacation started with Expedia.
Aspero
The
will
one place you go to go
fighting with
places.
Darlene. Bruins will clear it to center. Here's Arvidsson. Middlestad fighting with Darlene. Bruins will clear it to center. Here's Arvidsson. Arvidsson the breakaway. He scores!
Lots of space. So they planned their flights,
Center.
car, and vacation home.
Here's
all in one
Arvidsson.
place.
Arvidsson the breakaway.
Great,
He
right?
scores! Vic. Arvidsson the breakaway. He scores! Victor.
Expedia.
Will clear it
The
to
one
center.
place you go
Here's
to go
Arvidsson.
places.
Arvidsson the breakaway. He scores! Victor Arvidsson. And the Bruins open up the scoring again. They lead 1-0. I think Ottawa wins game 3. I think the Senators will win game 3 of that series. I think those will be the only team with 2 wins in a row. Maybe. I think the Ducks will tie the series, though, in my opinion.
Welcome to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
While 3-0 the Bruins lead the Buffalo Sabres.
3-0 lead here for the Bruins over the Sabres.
David Pastrnak tied Bobby Orr for 8 all-time points for playoffs.
Yup, 3-0 Boston, Chris. Crazy.
Yeah, you can see where the neutral zone is not a resting area, and our old statistician in Edmonton, John Muckler, was amazing. Always say it's not a resting zone. Games can be won or lost. And there you can see in this goal here, the Sabres just get out of. Check out the battle. Yeah, go ahead, man. Okay, let's let it roll here. You can see right here. Watch Samuelson right here. He's the last line of defense there. Look at the line he takes right here, way out of position because his partner Darlene is pinched in. Now he knows he's got to be the last person back to defend anything else, almost like a free safety in football. Now look at Norris. He's got Arvidsson right here. Samuelson looks, shoulder checks, he thinks he's got him, but no, he doesn't have him. He lets him go, and Samuelson has to be almost like a free safety there. And no matter what, when his partner pinches up there, he has to be the last line of defense, even though Norris should have had him. You got to have redundant layering, and when
when Norris made the mistake, it should have ended up in a breakaway. Rule number 1 for D. If you're outside the dots, you're in no man's land.
Yeah, he took it wrong.
Outside the dots, you're in no man's land. You've got to defend from the middle out.
All right.
What's rule number 2 for the first game? Rule number 2, half of it's how you look.
Boston will get 4 in a row.
Victor Arvidsson with me ahead.
Victor, your head coach Marco Stern said that he wanted more out of your line tonight, and he said that you're the one that gets it started. How do you drive it?
Hard work and aggressiveness. I think we all three were a little passive last game, so I think today we said to each other, come out hard and just skate and forecheck, and I think we did that.
Up 3-0 at the moment, but you guys learned in game 1 that no lead is safe and you got to play a full 60 minutes. What do you take into the third?
No, we're just going to keep going. Keep skating, keep being aggressive, and make plays when they're there, and take care of the puck when we have to. So just gotta keep going.
I know that you're a girl dad. You have 2 daughters. Your line mates both welcomed newborns last week. Have you given them any advice?
Yeah, just bank on sleep. I think they're doing that right now when you're on the road. So just that, I think. But I'm happy for them, and it's awesome.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Awesome indeed. Meanwhile, the Sabres just can't grab a 2-0 series lead. Just can't. Haven't had one in the best of 7 since 07.
What happened to my clock? Oh, what the heck did happen to my clock? What the hell? Oh, shit. My bad. My bad. My bad, y'all.
Colorado and Los Angeles coming up. We'll go live to the Mile High City. Stormy's next.
This second intermission report is presented by Discover, the official credit card of the NHL.
Wayne Gretzky.
Who's Wayne Gretzky?
He was accepted into the Hall of Fame.
That's nice.
But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. I got it, Dwayne Gretzky.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Wrong with that. Supposed to be a pass to football.
Sabres will tie in OT. Power play calling it. Swayman screws up again. We'll see. We shall see. I'm getting distracted. Hang on. I am getting distracted from what I need to do.
Very poisonous. Yeah.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T. On the vacation rental, if it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform who can't book what they can't see. Your king-size bed? Invisible. Your pool? Invisible. And your hot tub? That new sheriff's lounge? And you're in it. Don't let your vacation rental be invisible. Listen on Booking.com. Get seen, get booked. On Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off online. Every single pizza. Like, what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to get half off some Dom.
No.
When you're traveling with 3 kids, and pretty much everything they own, it matters.
Yeah, we'll get there at some point, Daniel. Yeah, my bad. I was scrolling on TikTok,
What sounds more urgent to you?
replying to people who commented on my videos.
Arm wedged in boulder, XCOM. Please eat this. You're indecisive when you're hungry.
Oh, God. I hit send now. I think.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Ace has all the power you need to get the
Uploading the Arvidsson clip. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. There's a chance this game probably overlaps with LA and Colorado. Maybe not. We'll see. But if the game does overlap, we will go straight to the other game as soon as this one's done. No, she's not distracting me. I think she went to bed. I don't know where she went.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorites. Chicken Al Pastor, where
Nature's Bounty.
Your body uses magnesium in over 300 reactions.
Nature's Bounty supplements your whole body health with high absorption magnesium. Nature's Bounty, it's in your nature.
Why is everyone so fired up? It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Most exciting playoffs out there. A too-much roller coaster.
Buffalo got to do another comeback. We'll see, bro. We will see.
They call me Jesus. This is action on the ice and in the studio. Every series is a statement. And everyone gets their shot at the cup. Why is everyone so fired up? It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. The most exciting playoffs out there. A two-month roller coaster with 7 deaths.
Welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
Get ready when we're through in Buffalo with the Bruins. We'll take you out to Denver, Colorado, the Avalanche, and Los Angeles Kings.
Casey Middlestat, first career watch with Nordic Point. Wow.
Mile High City is where we find Stormy Buonantony. So, Stormy, that first game, I guess it's some good and some bad for the Avalanche. They were able to win the game without big points from their superstars. How does that get us going for tonight's game?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the conversation coming out of that first game was that Colorado, this high-powered offensive attack, only scored 2 goals in the game, and I get it, right? When you think about the Avalanche, you think run and gun, speed and skill, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar. But at the end of the day, Jared Bednar said he has confidence.
Yeah, Crosby looked a bit deflated. Yeah, that team looking for some soul searching for sure. We'll see what happens. Am I going to go on to go pro? Thank you. First off, thank you for the message. Hopefully, I'll keep trying. This is a good little side thing here to practice that.
All right, Stormy, good job. We'll see you later. My prediction is the Avs score more than 2 goals tonight. We shall see how that shakes out. Meanwhile, back here in the studio, get ready for the third period. Mess. Monty, we're going to
Stratus, Piston. Stratus. No, this is an old. No, this is chestnut. This is old encyclopedia.
All right, got about 5 minutes here till period number 3. Stick around, everybody. Subscribe down below if you enjoy the content.
On Medicare, living with diabetes, Progress is having your coffee like you like it. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor is covered by Medicare for more people managing diabetes with insulin. This is Progress. Ask your doctor today.
Do I have a favorite play-by-play to listen to? Good evening, Charlicia. How we doing? My favorite commentator. I love listening to Jim Jackson and the Flyers. Probably would be my favorite if I had to choose.
Water, just water. Lots and lots of water.
You wouldn't feed your kids just water, so why starve your plants? Feed them Miracle Grow and go from doom to bloom.
Get 0.9% APR
Like Jim Houston, he's good too. I like him as well. He's a good one also. All right. Third period coming up in just a moment, guys. Stick around. Stick around. And, of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. We are at 48 likes. I heard of Rick. Rick was a legend before he passed away. He was a legend. Howard Cosell's a good one, too. Yeah, Rick's the GOAT. Who doesn't love Rick? Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Victor Arvidsson, Morgan Geekie, and Pavel Zacha, making a 3-0 lead for Boston at the end of 40 minutes of play. Boston with a win tonight. They can tie the series if Buffalo comes back. They can potentially take a 2-0 series lead, but we shall see. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots are 18-16 in favor of the Bruins. Faceoffs are 65% in favor of Boston. Power plays, Boston 1 for 4, Buffalo 0 for 3. Hits are 22-17 Boston, and block shots are 12-9 in favor of Boston as well. It's been all Boston tonight essentially, and we will see if that continues here tonight. Period number 3 between the Bruins and the Sabres, live from KeyBank Center. And we are underway. Faceoff is won back then by the Sabres. They will dump it down low into the Boston zone. McAvoy around then for Aspero. Buck is cleared to center. It's a 2-on-1 Arvidsson with Zacha. Arvidsson, a shot! He scores! Victor Arvidsson, top shelf, bar down, and the Bruins take a 4-0 lead. Yeah, this one might already be over. And it may have been over after the second goal anyway. Victor Arvidsson, his second goal of the night. And just 20 seconds into the game. And it's a 4-0 lead here for Boston in the third period. Yeah, that should kind of wrap things up for this one tonight. That was a nasty bar down move for Victor Arvidsson. He has his second goal of the night. And Luukkonen's been pulled. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's no longer in the net for Buffalo. Alex Lyon has come into the game for the Sabres. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has been pulled from the game. Alex Lyon is coming in relief for Buffalo. Alex Lyon's had a phenomenal year here for the Sabres. Not a good live commentary guy, though. This is only his second live commentary stream all time. So the Bruins run out Luukkonen from the net. And Victor Arvidsson, assisted by Aspero and McAvoy. Some multi-point games here tonight. Here's Zadorov. Through center, will dump it down low into the Buffalo end. Zucker battling for it then with Stanley. Down low in the corner, Bruins trying to get this one loose. McLeod battling for it as well. Timmins gets it back for Buffalo. On the right side, Power. Here for the Sabres, will clear it to center. Lindholm will poke check it down low into the Buffalo zone and taken back by Stanley, who will clear it off the boards to center. Here's Fraser Minten. Minten into the zone, fires it again, saved by Lyon, rebounds in front. They jab at that puck on Lyon. It's in the crease, and eventually it comes away. Boston still has it, though. Lindholm, pass over is blocked. Sabres will send it to center. Here's Quinn. Down the right side, will loop it back around. Tried to throw it back furthermore into the Boston zone. Stolen back by the Bruins. Behind the net then with that puck is Corrali. Sean Corrali battling for it then. Genoa shot. And that was denied there by Lyon. Tanner Jeannot getting into it with the Sabres players. I'm going to assume now that the intensity kind of gets a little bit more large in this game tonight. And there may be some penalties here. There's been a lot of penalties in tonight's game. A lot of calls against the Sabres and the Bruins. There's been a total of 7 power plays combined. So Victor Arvidsson makes it 4-0 Boston, and Alex Lyon comes into the game here for Buffalo. Alex Lyon had a .907 save percentage in the regular season. 20-10-4 overall. He broke some franchise records this year for the Sabres. Taking a look at the goaltender stats, Jeremy Swayman so far has been perfect tonight. Luukkonen, .789. That's not pretty. Face-off one back by the Sabres. Stanley up top. Shot on is denied. It's in the crease. Corrali battling for it down low in the corner. Done. We'll get it back then for Buffalo. Huge hit there as laid out was Malenstein, and the Bruins did not like that, and now we got a whole line brawl here. Unraveling in the corner. Jeannot getting into it with Greenway. Aspero fighting Malenstein. McAvoy throwing some punches. Oh, it is absolutely mayhem. McAvoy trying to get into it with Dunn. Oh, they're still getting into it. It's a 5-man battle down low in the corner. And here's the brawl that you guys wanted. Stanley getting into it now with Kastelik. Fisticuffs being thrown here in Buffalo. And at least these Sabres fans have something to stand up for tonight. $17.34 here. The physicality currently a big factor. It looks like it might be 4-on-4. And it looks like they'll kick McAvoy out of the game. No comeback tonight, it seems. Yep, you're right about that.
Boston number 47, 5 minutes for fighting. Buffalo number 29, 2-minute minor penalty, roughing. Buffalo number 64, 5-minute penalty for fighting. Buffalo on the power play, 5-on-4.
Yes, I will jump over to the Abs game when it starts. Sorry, guys, just listening to the penalties right now. So the physicality continuing to be a factor here. It looks like it's probably going to be 5. It's going to be 5-on-5, it looks like, or I'm not sure. Let me see. Looks like a Sabres power play. Looks like it'll be a Sabres power play. I'm not exactly sure. So Arvidsson from Aspero and McAvoy. That's multi-point games for Arvidsson, Aspero, McAvoy, and Pasternak. And yeah, McAvoy getting into it with Stanley. Sabres power play coming up here now. So with 17 and a half minutes to go, they will head to the man advantage. Face off here now in the Boston end. It's a tie-up then and one back by the Sabres. Rasmus Dahlin up top. Back to Zucker. Jason Zucker below the line. Cross-ice pass to Dahlin. A shot saved by Swayman. And he will cover up. Shots are 24-17. Face-off coming up here now again in the Boston zone. Zucker battling for it down the right side. Lindholm trying to clear it to center. Dahlin backhands it down low. Lindholm back to Dahlin. Puck will come to the outside. And Dahlin does not agree with that, so a whistle will be blown. A minute 38 left to go on the Sabres power play. We'll see if they can maybe make this game look a little bit better than what it currently is. But I'm sure these people who are in the crowd right now are wishing they were at game one instead. Face-off outside of the Boston end. It's won back by the Sabres. Quinn to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin will dump it down low into the Boston zone. Lindholm behind the net then to Peak. Andrew Peak battling for it then with Zucker. Here's Norris to Thompson. Back over to Norris. Norris up top to Dahlin. Dahlin to Norris. Norris a shot. It's blocked there by Lindholm. Norris up top to Dahlin. Josh Norris at the point then for Buffalo. Zucker to Thompson in front. That one is blocked. Bruins will get it back. And they will clear to center. Getting it back then is Zucker. Jason Zucker's got some room. He's easily knocked off that puck by Zadorov. Zadorov off the boards then for Corrali. On the right side, McLeod to Byram. Ryan McLeod then back to Tuck in front. Don't a chance there. Goes up and out of play. And of course, I forgot to start my clock again. Sorry, guys. Studio update in Tampa Bay versus Montreal. Nikita Kucherov has tied the game. That's his first playoff goal in a very long time. And Tampa Bay and Montreal is tied at 2 apiece in the third period of that game. Face-off here won by the Sabres. Byram to McLeod. McLeod up top to Tuck. Tuck back to the point to Byram. Byram to Doan. Josh Doan on the right circle. Doan up top to Byram. Byram to Doan. Doan a shot. Glove by Swayman. Pretty well played game here by Jeremy Swayman. He's made the saves he's had to. Shots 24-18. Swayman is stopping essentially everything that is coming his way. And now the Phillies are losing 6-1. Awesome. Face-off here now in the Boston zone. Lindholm versus Ryan McLeod. Down low in the corner then. Tuck up top to Byram. Back over to Benson. Benson on the right circle. Below the line then for Buffalo. Benson to Byram. Pass over then for McLeod. Broken up by Lindholm. Here's Tuck. At the point to Doan. A shot. That one's blocked. End of the Buffalo power play. Bruins will pick it up down low. Here's Nikita Zadorov. Zadorov will try and clear it to center then. And all the way back to center. Zaka. Intercepted then by Buffalo. Here's Owen Power now, who will move it through center. Chipped off of the stick of Josh Dunn. In the corner, Greenway. Battling for now with Dunn as well. Sabres will bank this one up top, then to Samuelson. Battling forward here at center, it's Arvidsson who will clear it down low. Lyon. Back over then to Samuelson. Matthias Samuelson now will move it through center and dump it all the way back down low into the Boston end. Below the line then Mason Lohrei. Back over to Geekie. Geekie off the boards to Pasternak. Pasternak will dump it down low into the Buffalo zone. Here's Greenway. Back over then to McLeod. McLeod will get it then, and Benson will backhand it down low. Tuck. In the corner, pass up to the point. Here's Thompson, a shot. Saved by Swayman. That one looked loose, but he makes the save. 14-13 to go. I'm not exactly sure why my clock was like 30 seconds ahead. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Shots are 24-18 in favor of the Bruins. Thompson versus Lindholm. Alex Tuck will come in there and take the draw and replacement. Face-off one back by the Sabres. Thompson to Timmins. Intercepted by Boston. Pasternak look got sent on a breakaway. But the puck is cleared back down low to the Buffalo zone. Here's Dahlin. Through center. Will flick it down low into the Bruins end. Below the line, Benson slammed by Zadorov. Benson down low gets it back. Timmins up top to Dahlin, a shot tipped just wide of Swayman. Tuck a chance denied as well. And Zadorov knocks Benson down to the ground. And the physicality continues. And a full-on brawl ensuing. Zadorov getting into it with Tuck. And it looks like more penalties will be assured here. That's for sure. Definitely more penalties coming after this. 100%. So Zadorov will head to the penalty box. You got to imagine there's some misconducts coming. Pretty chaotic game here. It's a 4-0 lead for Boston. The physicality has been the biggest factor. 4-0 Boston. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. I am going to go use the bathroom really quick. I will be right back.
It feels good to find the right fit. It feels good to Geico.
Zepbound may help in your weight loss journey. Once weekly Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it or if you or someone in your family had NTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or take...
All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Use the bathroom.
Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney...
Shots are 24-18 in favor of the Bruins. Take a look at the goaltender numbers here. Jeremy Swayman has been perfect. 18 saves on 18 shots. While Buffalo, with Luukkonen, 789 save percentage. Oh my goodness. Pastrnak got into it there with Thompson. There's got to be some misconducts being given out here, no? Got to be careful, man. You don't even have your helmet on and you're throwing punches at Pastrnak. And Benson was getting into it there with Peak. Man, this is this rivalry, man. This thing is a whole nother level. Referees taking their time to sort these out. Already 9 penalties here in this third period. Jeannot getting into it with Malenstein. Oh, man. So don't forget, later on tonight, Avalanche and Kings. Oh, wrong one. I need to get rid of that. Getting rid of that. Avalanche and Kings is our next commentary coming up in just a moment. These two teams are still going at it. So Avs and Kings, at the end of this one, I will end this stream and start a new one. There is a lot of people here, a lot of players in the Buffalo and Boston penalty boxes. They're filled up completely. There's 4 people in the Boston penalty box. There's 4 in the Sabres box. And they're still sorting out these penalties. All right, looks like they all sorted this stuff out. I don't know if there's any penalties that come of this. I'm assuming, or any power plays. I'm assuming there will be. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Connor Timmins heading to the Buffalo locker room, it looks like. Or not. So after all of that, it's going to be 5-on-5. 4-0 Bruins lead here. That was a good, 10 minutes there of the physicality. So unless if Buffalo somehow makes this a little bit closer, we'll probably end this game early. And get ready for LA and Colorado when we get to that point. So yeah, once this game is done, we'll go back to Avalanche and Kings. I will end this stream and start a new one. All right. Maybe we'll get some more fights. I'm assuming we will because Jeannot wanted to get into it with Greenway. Not a lot of players on either bench. There are 5 Bruins in the Boston penalty box. 5. Sabretooth shaking his butt there on Kastelik. Face-off coming here now outside of the Boston zone. And off the draw, it's won back by the Sabres and cleared back into the Boston zone. Swayman back to Lowry on the right side then. Corrali will throw it to center. Stanley dumps it down low here into the Boston zone. Lowry battling for now on the right side. Clear back into the corner. Thompson fighting with Lindholm. Elias Lindholm trying to get that one free down low. Little update on Montreal and Tampa. Shot there saved by Swayman. And the physicality continues. 2-2 hockey game between Montreal and Tampa Bay. That should have been the game we commentated here instead of this one. Brutal one tonight. .13 left to go in the third period. Three Sabres players in the box. Bruins are chilling in there like a little pack of sardines. Face off here now in the Boston zone. It's won by the Bruins and cleared to center. Middlestat battling for it then with McLeod. Down low, getting it back is Aspero. Aspero will clear it all the way back into the Buffalo zone. 13 minutes to go in the third period. On the right side, Zaka stolen back then by Power. Power to Byram. Broken up then by the Bruins. Byram will take it back for Buffalo. He will come back and regroup in his own end. Power in his own end for Buffalo. And a whistle blown dead here for an icing against the Sabres. Oh, man. Face off here now in the Buffalo zone. Power takes it back then for the Sabres. Power, cross ice pass. Looks like Tage Thompson is not currently on the bench for Buffalo. After Thompson got into it with Pasternak. And I mean, yeah, you shouldn't have started throwing punches with your helmet off. Here's Rasmus Dahlin. Down the right side, who will dump it down low into the Boston zone. 12 minutes to go here in regulation. The Bruins are going to win game one. Kuznetsov carries it through center then for Boston. Marat Kuznetsov got around Samuelson. Now Dahlin battles for it down low. Norris takes it back for Buffalo. Janot battling for it as well. Menon gets it back. Backhand pass in front. Broken up. McAvoy behind the net then for Power. Owen Power battling for it now with McAvoy. Kuznetsov there as well to break things up. Norris for Krebs. Krebs off the boards then, taken back by Kuznetsov, down low in the corner. Up top, Aspero fires in, and that one is blocked in front. Thank you, Jane. Montreal and Tampa Bay is going to overtime for the second straight time in that series. Nikita Kucherov tied the game up at 2. Here's Doan battling for it then with Middlestat. Casey Middlestat fires it there on Lyons. Shot there is saved. Now Peyton Krebs down low in the corner. Krebs battling for it with Samuelson. On the right side, Lindholm fighting for it as well. And a whistle blown dead. A penalty's coming up here. And I believe it's against the Bruins, if I'm correct. So it looks like ESPN doesn't know that Tage Thompson got a misconduct penalty, because Thompson got kicked out of the game. He's done for the day. I think a power play coming up for Boston. So Bruins will head to the man advantage. Don't forget, Avalanche and Kings, and I know we're not going to get done with this game in time for that. So we'll probably end this stream early and start that one, because this game is basically done. Face-off coming up here now in the Buffalo zone. McLeod will take the draw against Lindholm. Face-off won back by the Sabres. Here's Byram. Battling for now on the right side. We'll get it there shorthanded and dump it down low into the Bruins zone. Charlie McAvoy moves it through center then for Boston. McAvoy to Pastrnak. Pastrnak to Zacha. Pavel Zacha will take it down low, intercepted there by Buffalo. Back to center. Charlie McAvoy will get it behind the net then for Boston. Halfway through the third period, the Bruins are going to win game 2. Pastrnak up top to Geekie. Down low then Malenstein tries to clear back to center. He'll get it there successfully. Charlie McAvoy in his own end for Boston. Drops it back to Pastrnak. Pastrnak to Geekie. Away then Malenstein trying to clear. Geekie on the right side. Battling for it then is Arvidsson. Over to Fraser Min. Minton behind the net then to Arvidsson. Up top, Lindholm. Back to Arvidsson, who is looking for the hat trick tonight. Here's Minton. Fraser Minton fires it on. It's blocked. Bruins jabbing at that puck then. Taking it down low is Greenway, who will clear it all the way back into the Boston zone. Hampus Lindholm now will regroup in his own end. Lindholm will drop it back for Minton. Fraser Minton to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Hagens. Lindholm to Middlestat. Casey Middlestat intercepted there by the Sabres, who will carry it through center. Here's Ryan McLeod. Down low in front. Denied by Swayman. What a stop. And he nearly broke the shutout. Delayed penalty here against Boston. Tuck in front. Broken up by the Bruins. And a whistle blown dead at 8:40. And we're going to get a Sabres power play coming up. There is a Sabre on the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Power play coming up here for the Sabres with 8:40 to go. Again, guys, we'll be live for about maybe 5 more minutes or so. We'll probably go live for the Sabres power play, and then we'll wrap things up here and get ready for Avalanche and Kings. No, I'm doing Avs and Kings today, not Mammoth and Knights, sadly. Gold medalist Jeremy Swayman, he was the backup, right? So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Coming up after this Buffalo power play, we will start Avalanche and Kings round 1, game 2. I will end this stream and start a new one. I'll do it after the power play, JJ. Once this power play goes for the Sabres, I will end this stream and start a new one. Oh, wonderful. The Phillies are losing 7-3. I love sports. I love baseball. Who doesn't love baseball, right, guys? Probably all you guys, right? Who hit runs for the Phillies? This does not help me. Oh, someone got hurt. Schwarber had 2 runs. Okay. Harper had a run. All right, we will commentate this power play, and then we will wrap things up here in Sabres and Bruins. I would love to do the rest of the game, but Montreal and Los Angeles is starting very, very soon, so we will get on to that here after this Sabres power play. Face off here, won back by Buffalo. Quinn to Dahlin. Dahlin to Quinn at the point. No problem, Jane. Thank you for tuning in. Here's Quinn, a shot. Sabre rebounds in front. Slides just wide there with Swayman. Here's Zucker battling forward with McAvoy. Hampus Lindholm now will clear it all the way back into the Buffalo zone. Buffalo is 0 for 30 in their last 9 games. Here's Quinn. Into the zone for Tuck. Tuck to Doan. Down low, it's broken up then by the Sabres. At the point, Rasmus Dahlin back to Quinn. Jack Quinn now below the Buffalo line. Quinn to Zucker in front. Tuck a shot. He fanned on that one. Dahlin to Tuck. Oh, did I say Montreal? My bad. Here's Quinn. Fires it. That one goes wide of Swayman. Tuck. Up top then for Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin fires it on Swayman. He makes the save halfway through the power play. At the point now is Quinn. Quinn to Zucker. Jason Zucker up top. Dahlin a shot. That one is blocked. Here's Josh Doe now down low in the corner. Josh Doan up top to Quinn. 30 seconds to go on the Buffalo power play. See ya, Charlicia. Up top, Dahlin back to Doan. A shot saved by Swayman. McAvoy off the boards then battling forward with Tuck. Tuck to Doan. Josh Doan off the boards then down low. Bruins will battle for it here on the right side. Zucker cleared to center. 15 seconds to go here on the Sabres power play. Tuck drops it back to Quinn. Quinn at the point, fires it on. That one's blocked. Here's Quinn battling forward with Tuck. Norris down low then for Dahlin. Loses the puck. Power play will come to a close. At the point then, over for Norris. A shot saved by Swayman. And he will cover. All right. That is going to do it for me with this game here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Usually, we would finish the game, but this one's over. We're going to go over to Avalanche and Kings here now. Thank you all for tuning in. I am going to end this stream and start with a new one. So subscribe down below, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next stream.